is Steve Bauer and Robbie Musto with the call.
And Japan stand in Nigeria's way. The team that lost to arch-rivals 90 minutes will answer that question. Clement Turpin, the French referee, blows his whistle. Confident start from Japan. Fujiharu with the cross. Might be an opportunity. Decent save first.
Great football down this near side. Nice link-up play, a little flick down the line. The fullback, Fujiharu, gets a good ball into the back post, and that's a composed effort finish there from Oshima, the midfield player, getting in at that back post. Doesn't try to smash the ball too hard, and that, just thinking the same thing. It's always interesting to me that a matchup like this with the physicality of Nigeria against the small technical footballers of Japan.
Here's a keel, good effort, follow-up from Umar. 1-0 Nigeria.
And they've got forward and in anger, if you like. Comes from a throw-in here. Good work on this. Nice side. There's a keel. Good shot with the left foot, and really that's what you want. That's the benefit. Sadiq Umar is there, of course, at the back post to knock it into an empty net, but the shot, and Sadiq Umar there, easy tap.
It wasn't a particularly convincing one. And he's been dispossessed comfortably. Oshima trying to wriggle his way through. The referee's given a penalty.
One of those games, Steve. I think there's going to be all sorts going on in this game. Let's take a look here on the replay. And there's a challenge from behind. It's clumsy. It takes the legs away. It doesn't get the ball. Again, there's another angle. You look at it.
Yeah. But here comes Kuroki. Keeps his cool. We haven't played 9 minutes yet in Manaus. And it's 1-1 between Nigeria and Japan.
We're going to get an open game of football here, Steve. Going up a little bit of a stutter step there, just to compose himself, and strikes it nicely into that corner. Daniel going the wrong way. 1-1 game on, and I just think it's a fascinating start to a fascinating game of football. He made his mind up on the accuracy, and here we go.
Come Nigeria again at the back post. Opportunity, 2-1, Atibo. Goodness me.
Again, down this right-hand side, similar to before. Bad defending, lovely composure, fantastic technique, composure, accuracy and strike here. But the defender is awful. It's also awful. Half volley. It's a brilliant strike from Atibo here. Just watch this. He brings the ball down. He has the composure. Doesn't have to head this straight away. He realizes in a split second that the defender is under the ball. And look at that. What a good angle.
Nakashima. Minamino. He's got an opportunity. Would you believe it? 2-2. And Japan's response, once again, is an immediate one.
Wow. Amazing on this near side, playing him onside there is number 4. The shoe. And what a good guy, and get his hands down there. There he is. Look, is he going to take one more look up? No. He's going to trust that the goalkeeper's there. Through the centre of him, through his leg, isn't it? Going through the centre. Minamino, composed through the legs, often the best way when a goalkeeper from this angle. There's so much movement. There's so many players that want to get forward.
And here's the fullback, Fujiharu. Let's gather. Mamuzi decided to have a go. The left back, and it records.
And there he is, long way out, the fullback. And look at that. There's the save. Yeah, absolutely right.
Mikel to deliver. Goalkeeper thought about coming and didn't. It was Umar causing the problem in the air. He felt it should have been a call. Going back by Kuroki. Minamino. The defender wasn't quite sure where the ball was. And to go, so Shihu was required. And it was poor from him. Nakashima. Still Nakashima. And it was excellent.
Number 10 here. He looks special. He looks special.
Umar just muscled out of it there by Endo. Didn't give it up. Ezekiel can be a danger. Oh, that's a terrific ball. They have it back though. Ezekiel. Now it'll come to Shihu. Cleared in the end by Harakawa.
Whenever they get into that final third for Nigeria.
And the goalkeeper had to make absolutely sure there.
I'm not sure it's particularly convincing, Steve, was it? He comes off his line here, and it's a 50-50. He actually does okay in the end. He gets enough on it. It's just whether the players got the energy to make runs in behind us. Umar is right now. And did so well to get away from the first two players.
Umar hasn't given it up. He has support as well. Oh, and it has his second and Nigeria's third. And their lead is restored 3.5 minutes before half-time.
Here's the big lad, gets in behind in the front there, and he has lovely composure here just to take his time. Natebu comes in, and then it's just... There's the miss hit, and it's Ueda. Now Muchin, look at this. Again, a little bit of composure. There's the first shot. It's not a great shot, but what he's clearing header all wrong. Just when you thought it was going to get to the break at 2-2, the Nigerian... Here he goes again.
Umar, he's unconventional, he's a handful. He's one of those players who can produce anything. Game, it was towards Adibo, who of course is now on.
Yeah, again, there's the composure. Takes his time and does really well to dig this ball. It's just a little too high.
In Manaus, we're at the break. It is Nigeria 3, Japan 2.
Crosses. Yeah, we've seen a little bit of bad defending and some mistakes back there, but what a good first 45 that was.
10th appearance at the Olympics, 6th in a row.
What a couple of goals. I'd prefer to see him in a central position in behind this guy up front. Shaki Umar, who's done a very good job.
Again, he's using his strength there. It's penalty. An excellent position. He's penalised. Nigeria have a penalty.
Let's take a close look at this because he burst through the centre. Here's the challenge going to come in right now. I don't know if there's too much.
Penalty of the match. Atibo has grabbed the ball. Here comes Atibo. Cool as you like. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Atibo has a hat-trick for
player, Atibo. He really has. I think the two star players for Nigeria, the two front players, Sadiq Umar, the big striker, who got this, or forced this penalty kick, and Atibu, 3 goals from the left-hand side, 4 players right there up front, centrally. Here's the fullback getting forward as well.
Maroya, slight hesitation from the goalkeeper Daniel, but he got there in the air.
Well, we think we've seen plenty of attacking play so far. We're going to get a lot more now because...
Sincere. Muzik. All the way back to Daniel. What about that then? A little bit of space now for Maroya. Good ball. He's been penalised.
There's a little bit of composure. You see Asano sprinting in towards him. There you go. I'm in control of this one. We'll take a look here as the cross comes over. Wow, maybe. But the flag goes up as of the goal.
It's floated towards Ueda. Good possession again from Nigeria. 1-2 to Mikel.
Really nice football. Really nice to receive it back again. There it's back again. That's hard to control because he isn't quite at job of that. But there's the cleverness. Play around corners in midfield. That's what you got to try and do. You often lose.
That's towards Umar. The goalkeeper's got to try and recover and he can't. And it's a 4th goal for Atibo. 4 for him and 5 for his country.
Well, it's just a good finish. Again, he's in the... Does he come inside the box? Could he have caught this? He could have. He should be absolutely catching that ball or getting on top of it. Control position that might get something. He's not staying wide. It's not great goalkeeping, of course, here. He has to do better than that. Clear it.
Play Colombia next and then face Sweden can still easily progress and put this out of their minds. Here comes Maroya.
A good chance of qualifying. The top 2 go through, of course, from 4 teams. And here we go again.
Here's an opportunity. It's Asano, the Arsenal new boy. And even the people doing the graphics inside the stadium are getting confused.
Well, it's good work from the left-hand side here. Fujiharu, the fullback, who loves to get forward. And as you said, and a smart finish. But again, the overlapping run makes it. The ball is a good...
Oh, Robbie Mustoe, the way this game has gone, with 20 minutes to go, is it over?
No, it's not over.
It could be 5-4. And maybe it should have been as Asano hits the post, but the flag was up anyway.
Nigeria a lot for what they've done going forward, but let's just make sure that's the right decision. It is the right decision there. Of course it's tight. They're all... Look at it's just different. Look at the sharpness. All of a sudden it's come back again.
Muroya trying to find Asano. Very nearly succeeded. If Japan could score one here, it would be a very interesting last 10 minutes or so. Flag was up there against Fujiharu.
Again, forward runs from the Japanese players there. He looks, again, and gets in behind Black.
Suzuki trying to use his pace. Shot was deflected as well. To Japan corner.
Suzuki and Asano up front, two front players now. New players into the match. Just gets a little contact on the defender here to take it wide, but again...
Wade are beaten to it. Muroya. Nigeria pushed out. The flag has stayed down and it's gathered. Safely gathered by Daniel. Oh, and in came Endo. Nigeria concern.
When the ball bounces like that, that's trouble. Two players going in for it, both eyes on the ball, nothing wrong with that. They use their arms for leverage.
Shiatani. That went out of play.
And they've got, you know, like I said, the other game being a draw, they've got a chance to do that.
Here's Suzuki. Onto his left. Whoa, what a finish! In the last minute, Suzuki, the Jamaican-born player, makes it 5. Scored 4 times in a match.
And what a good goal it is as well. That's as good with that effort. And he's looked bright, as has Asano. Suzuki, look at that. Steered away from defenders we've seen in this match. The composure to come inside and just the accuracy to go around those defending players. There's no...
Landed in Brazil less than 7 hours before it kicked off. We had 4 goals in the first 11 minutes. We've had 9 in total. That man has scored 4 of them. Iba
calling a penalty kick, and that's what you get, a crazy game of football in a difficult environment with one team having awful travel issues, and a big cheer, big round of applause. A memorable match in this Olympic Games. Amazing performance, a really good game of football.
So Nigeria...